Hey guys, I'm here today to talk to you about more skincare. Always skincare, all the time. I hardly ever talk about makeup. Sometimes I do, but we've got a lot of skincare stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. And this one I'm really excited about. I'm partnering again with another company. This one is from LUXE Botanics. LUXE Botanics is a brand that I've known about for quite some time. I've used all of their products at this point, I'm pretty sure, except for maybe their marula oil. I don't think I've used that actually. But I was first introduced to LUXE Botanics in the Pearlesque box, which is now defunct. It's no longer, they're not doing any subscriptions anymore. I got to try their Camu Serum and their Camu Mist, which is their brightening line. And then they were also featured in the Clean Beauty box a little while later, and they featured their Pre-Cleanse and their Cleanser. And then I've been in contact with LUXE Botanics for quite some time to do a review, so they've sent me some more of their products. I've been trying their products for quite a while. Last year got really busy for me, and we just could never sort of like pin down a time really to work together, plus their stuff was out of stock for a long time, so the timing just never worked out quite right. But for January, we are partnering to talk about mental health and skincare basically, or just mental health in general. You know, the last year has been really hard for a lot of people, and I've made it no secret that I've really struggled really hard in the last year. I did quite a few videos last year where I just came on here and I was like basically crying because I've nowhere else to vent my feelings. And I think of you guys as friends, and I can tell you guys stuff. You know, I've built this relationship with you guys over this really long period of time, and I feel really close to so many of you, and I just feel like I am comfortable and safe sharing my feelings with you guys. So that's what we're going to be doing a bit today. We're going to be talking about, you know, the last year and how I've dealt with it mentally, and how, I guess, sort of how I'm better prepared in this year to sort of deal with the same things, because I don't think we're looking at a change in situations anytime really in the near future. If we're lucky, maybe by the end of the year things will start to flatten out, but who knows? Who knows what this year is going to bring? We have no clue. So to get this video going, this video is being sponsored by LUXE Botanics, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about their discovery kits. They've launched a few discovery kits. They've got 3 like core discovery kits, and then they have a couple of other sort of like kits. So their 3 core discovery kits are based on what you know your skin needs are. There's one for brightening and more like normal skin. There's one for dry, dehydrated, mature skin. And then there's one that I'm gonna be talking to you guys about today, which is the Rainforest Revival Discovery Kit, which is for acne, inflammation, oily, sensitive, post-treatment skin, all those things. So we're gonna be talking about the kit. I'm gonna be demoing the products for you guys. We're gonna be talking about our mental health a little bit. And that's really what we're gonna be doing today. So they did send me over the Rainforest Revival Discovery Kit, and this is what the Discovery Kits will look like. They come like this. They do come with 5 of their products. They come with their 3 core products, which is their pre-cleanser, their cleansing, their cleanser. Is that what it's just called? Yes, their cleanser. And then it comes with their mist. And then the differences in each kit are the serum and the moisturizer. So right now there are 3 different serums and 2 different moisturizers. The Rainforest Revival Kit features their Kigelia line. So their Kigelia corrective serum and their corrective moisturizer. The Camu set comes with their Camu serum and Camu moisturizer. And then the marula one, the other one, the one for dry skin, comes with their marula oil, and then it also comes with their Camu moisturizer. So the only one that has the Kigelia is the Kigelia, the Rainforest Revival Kit. So let's talk about the kits. So the kits are $75. I do have a coupon code that you guys can use if you want to try these. And what I do love about LUXE Botanics is through the purchases that you guys make, they do give back to a lot of different causes. So their commitment to sustainability goes beyond just their ingredients. They strive to provide continual support to the people who harvest and process all global botanicals, sustaining entire communities around the globe. They work with local cooperatives throughout Africa and South America, who they trust to manage the harvesting process and ensure fair trade standards. So they're also a part of the Buy One, Give One, a global business community that's inspiring positive change in the world. through its philosophy of 1 for 1, which means that every time you purchase a product from Luxe Botanics, proceeds from your purchase go directly to support communities in Africa. So their project support, I just did want to talk about this for a little bit. When you purchase a Marula product, a school child in Kenya will receive books, uniforms, and shoes. When you purchase a Camu product, a nursery school child in Ethiopia will eat a nutritious meal. When you purchase a Kigelia product, a woman in Malawi will receive 1 day of business training. When you purchase a Discovery Kit, a school child in Kenya will receive textbooks. And then when you purchase a Luminous Camu collection, you will help World Youth International to ensure admission to hospital for an expectant mother to give birth safely. When you purchase the Double Cleanse collection, you provide 1 day of sewing class to an underprivileged woman in India. When you purchase the organic cleansing cloth, you provide 1 day of tailoring class to an underprivileged woman in India. So I love that every single purchase, no matter what it is, gives back in some way, and that they're very transparent about where all that goes. I'll leave a link below for the page where they talk about where they give back. So I always love that. I always love to highlight that when I'm working with a brand that gives back in some way or another. So if you do decide to purchase a Discovery Kit, a school child in Kenya will receive textbooks. You will help So They Can provide textbooks and exercise books to a child in Kenya. Books are the window to the world, and every book donated will go a long way to expanding each child's horizon. This will help them to develop into well-educated and responsible adults that can make a contribution to Kenya's future. So that's where your money's going if you are purchasing a Discovery Kit. So this is what it'll look like when you open up each Discovery Kit. All the products will be in here nicely laid out, and then you will have an organic cleansing cloth at the bottom there, sort of keeping it all together. And then let's talk about what's inside. So here is the cleansing cloth. It's a nice big size. We'll use that a little bit today. So first of all is the Marula Hydrating Pre-Cleanser and the Camu Brightening Cleanser. These are both products that I've tried, talked about on my channel. I can link below some videos that I've done. I was watching back one of the videos when they were featured in the Clean Beauty box, and I did talk about like how strong the scent was on these cleansers. And I was watching a couple of other people's videos who did, reviews around the same time. And because of, I guess, what I saw Luxe Botanics comment on somebody else's video is because of the comments on like mine and a few other people's videos about how strong the scents were. Even though they're essential oils, they were a little bit heavy. They did, work the formula a little bit so that the scent wasn't as strong. And it smells much more pleasant now. It does. It smells it's not as strong as it used to be. It's just a light citrusy scent. That's the Marula Hydrating Pre-Cleanse, which is their oil cleanser, so it's the first step. It's not emulsifying, so you do need to use a cloth to rinse it off. And then the second step is the Camu Brightening Cleanser, which is just it's like a creamy cleanser. So can we talk about how cute the little minis are? So these minis are about the size that you should get at least a week's worth of use out of them. So you can really, know if the products are right for you, if they give you any kind of irritation or any kind of reaction or anything like that. So the third product that's going to be the same across the board in all Discovery Kits is the Camu Brightening Mist. So that's that. And we'll talk about each one as we go through the collection. The last two in my little collection are the Kigelia Corrective Serum and the Corrective Moisturizer. Aren't they just so cute? They're so tiny. But I love them. Okay, so now that we've talked about, the Giving Back initiative, we've talked about the Discovery Kits a little bit, what's in it, what to expect. As I go through and do my routine, I'll talk to you about each of the products, highlight some ingredients, and then we'll talk about our, mental health and how we hope 2021 is going to be slightly better than 2020 was, because 2020 was a hard year for a lot of people, me included. I mean, it's especially hard, at least in my opinion, for me. It's especially hard being a parent right now because kids just don't understand what's going on. My kid doesn't really understand why I took him out of school. He really doesn't understand why when we go places, there are places that are closed off, or like he can't go do the fun things that he wants to do. Like we took him to an aquarium yesterday just to do something, just to get out of the house, because we hardly ever get out of the house anymore. And as much as like I'm not always comfortable going out in public, not for the reasons most people are probably uncomfortable going out in public. But anyway, we went to the aquarium yesterday and there were a couple of areas where, usually the kids could like play in the play place, or there was like a slide or whatever, and they had all that roped off. He just doesn't understand. And so then when we get in the car, he's crying because he's sad, because he wanted to do these things. And there's no way to explain to a very emotional 4-year-old that, these things are closed off because things are just like not safe right now, like to do these kind of things. And he cried the whole way home, and I felt terrible, and all I could do is just like hug him and, just be there while he's upset, because as a parent in this time, that's really all that you can do. When your children are upset about things that you can't control. That's been a really hard struggle for me, is just like being a parent in this time. It's very hard, and I struggle a lot with that. Okay, so let's talk about the cleansers, and then we'll talk some more about whatever's on our mind. So the Marula Hydrating Pre-Cleanser, so it gently dissolves makeup, dirt, excess oil, pollution, and other pore clogging impurities without disrupting the skin's delicate natural lipid barrier. This silky skin softening blend of marula, jojoba, and rosehip oils perfectly purifies and primes skin to receive further treatment. So, and then like I said, it does have a light citrusy scent, and it is a very silky feeling oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking down all this cream. I just put on a bunch of random stuff because I knew I was gonna take it right off for this video. And I've been using like very minimal makeup when I do wear makeup these days, because my skin has been looking so good. In part to the Thick Glow product I talked to you about on Monday, in part to this product because I was using these for a bit before the Thick Glow one even came in. So my skin looks really good because of a combination of both. Both just work really well for my skin. And I've been avoiding sugar, so my skin just looks really good. I'm just wearing a tinted moisturizer, just a touch of concealer, and then I just have like a bunch of cream random stuff on, like bronzer, blush. So say goodbye to it. Goodbye. It looks really good and glowy, and we're taking it all away. But yeah, so being a parent right now, it's exceptionally hard. I don't know how to explain things to him. I don't know. I just want this to, I want this to be over soon, because it's hard. Seeing your kids like that, seeing your kids upset in ways that you can't do anything about. He is very emotional. He's a very emotional child. He tells me all the time when he gets sad. He's very good about expressing his feelings. Sad really is the only feeling he gets, or at least the one that he expresses to me. Like, he gets mad at me, but then he just says he's sad. But that's hard. It's hard. I just have to, help him through it the best way that I can. All right, I'm gonna do the eyelashes, which I didn't do much mascara, but this is pretty good about breaking down mascara. That's been a lot of my main struggle. If it was just me, I wouldn't be worrying about so much about what's going on, because my main concern is just like how the kids are being affected by this, because I know most people, I don't know, maybe they say that, they'll be okay, kids are pretty resilient. They are, but they hold trauma. So if like any of this has been traumatic for any kids, they're gonna hold on to that. So I'm gonna take the organic cleansing cloth, and I am going to go steam this off my face. There's little Pugsley. And then I'm gonna come back and we'll talk about the Camu Brightening Cleanse and, some more mental health stuff. All right, so we're makeup free. Now let's talk about the Camu Brightening Cleanser. So this is a purifying cream cleanser that is smooth, lightweight, and gently lifts dirt, excess oil, and other impurities without disrupting skin's delicate lipid barrier. Camu and green tea extracts brighten and refine tone, while chamomile and cucumber calm and soothe, revealing a radiant and refreshed complexion. I really like this. It doesn't strip the skin. It just gives like sort of a nice light lather. I wouldn't say it's like foaming or anything like that. It rinses off clean. I do have to put it on damp skin, so I don't have like I didn't bring a bowl or anything in here, but I'll pump a little bit out onto the back of my hand so you can see the texture of it. And then you just want to like rub that into damp skin to clean the skin. So I'm going to do that really quick. I mean, you can see what my skin looks like now without any makeup on, and it's looking really good lately. And I'm trying to keep it looking this good. I'm trying not to screw it up by not doing things like, or by doing things like skipping my skincare routines, because at night sometimes I'll miss. I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to avoid sugar at all costs. I'm trying to avoid the things that are going to freak my skin out, because I really would like it to stay like this, because I'm just very happy and like comfortable in my skin lately, and that's not a feeling that I always have. You know, I've become more comfortable in my skin since I've had my son. I don't care as much what I look like to other people, where I used to care a lot before. I used to be really like hyper sensitive about what I looked like to other people. Like if I had really bad breakouts or my skin just looked really awful, I didn't want to leave the house. There were times where I refused to leave the house because of how bad my skin looked. But now I hardly ever wear makeup, you know, outside of filming videos. There are sometimes I'll throw it on just because I feel like wearing makeup that day and I really kind of like want to play with makeup or I want to play with new stuff. But for the most part, I'm more comfortable in my skin, even just since having my son. But it really is a different feeling to like look in the mirror and not just be comfortable, but like the way that you look, you know, because I know that we can feel comfortable in ourselves and just not care what anybody else thinks, but it's another feeling entirely to look in the mirror and just be like, I'm happy, you know? All right, so I'm gonna go do that and then I'll be back after I've rinsed. Okay, so that is cleanser number 2, and after both cleansers, my skin is 100% clean. It removed all makeup. My skin feels really good. It doesn't feel stripped or dry. It actually does feel, you know, pretty hydrated and nourished, actually. It feels really good. So those are the 2 cleansing products that Luxe Botanics has. I really enjoy both, especially if you really love a double cleanse. That's a really nice one, and I really enjoy both of those products. So the third is the Camu Brightening Mist. This is to hydrate, illuminate, and plump skin. It's a refreshing spray all-day toner bursting with vitamin C, sodium hyaluronate, and Damascus rose water. An ideal pre-treatment primer. A single spritz prepares skin for maximum serum absorption, gives skin an instant antioxidant boost, and delivers a dewy glow. So I'm gonna spray this once, and then we're gonna spray it again before I do the serum. I'm gonna talk about the Kigelia for a minute, and my skin won't be damp, you know, by the time we get to that. So this is actually a pretty fine mist. I do really like the mister on it. The only thing about this is that it does feel a little bit sticky to me, where I can spray most things over my eyes and it not be an issue. But when this dries down, it can make my eyelids feel a little bit sticky. I don't feel it that way about the rest of my face, but maybe because my eyes, I'm like opening and closing them and whatever. So I just wipe my eyelids down real quick anytime I spray that, just because it can make my eyelids feel a little bit sticky. But it is really nice. I do really like it. It's not like astringent. It does feel really nice on the skin. Okay, so now we're going to talk about Kigelia, because this is where this kit is the most interesting, because it's got these Kigelia serums and moisturizers. Okay, so there's a couple of blog posts that I'm going to link down below on Luxe Botanics that talk about the history of Kigelia, how it is used in a lot of different things, and just like the plant itself. I'm going to tell you specifically about its uses in skincare and why it's really good for people who've got acne, sensitive, inflamed, you know, my kind of skin. So it's antibacterial to fight blemishes. It's gentle yet effective antibacterial and antimicrobial properties are comparable to those of the antibiotic ciprofloxacin. Ciprofloxacin, which isn't one I don't think I've ever used for skin. I've used a lot of different of the pills for acne, but I don't think that's one that I've ever used, but it could be a new one, who knows. Which is used to treat a range of conditions, including skin infections. Its antifungal properties have been compared to those of amoxicillin, a further testament to this botanical's potency and effectiveness. So it's also anti-inflammatory to soothe. It treats sensitive, irritated skin with its natural anti-inflammatory effects. One of Kigelia's most notable properties is its ability to heal wounds and sores, including burns and bacterial infections, which is due in part to Kigelia's antioxidant power among its many other skin nurturing elements. It's antimicrobial to accelerate wound healing, which can help improve the appearance of aging by enhancing skin's hydration and elasticity. Its antimicrobial properties have been shown to be effective against many different types of bacteria, a few that I can't pronounce. It's a remarkable botanical that has been used successfully in the treatment of skin melanoma. And then it's nutrient dense to deliver phytochemicals into your skin. It delivers essential nutrients to damaged or sensitive skin to support healing and radiance. And then it has anti-aging properties. It's known for its remarkable ability to restore skin's firmness and improve elasticity on the skin. And then its last property is antioxidant to fight free radicals. Kigelia has proven antioxidant activity to help fight free radicals, which can reduce the effect of aging and promote youthful looking skin. So this has been really great for my skin. Like I said, I've been using it for quite some time. You know, I played around with it last year for a bit. I've used it a little bit this month as well. So I've had some experience with the Kigelia, and I found that it's really great for my skin, and it's a good option if you are not sensitive to essential oils, because there are some essential oils in the Luxe Botanics skincare. So where Fit Glow is great if you have really sensitive skin and you can't do essential oils at all, that's a really amazing skincare line. But this is also a really amazing skincare line if your skin can handle essential oils, which mine can. I don't have any issues with the essential oils in here. I haven't had any sensitizing activity. I haven't had any, like kind of irritation or anything like that. So for me, I can use essential oils, but it is nice to have essential oil free options out there for people who can't handle them. But if you can, the Kigelia is really powerful. I've noticed really great results in my skin. It calms inflammation. It keeps it looking clear. It's probably really comparable to the product that I showed you guys on Monday, which was the product by Fit Glow. I would say that the two compare, and I've noticed similar results with each one. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray the Camu again pretty liberally, and then we're gonna go in with a few drops of the Kigelia Corrective Serum. And then as that's sort of sinking into the skin, I'll tell you about it. So this can differ in color. I have gotten one before that was pretty light in color. This one is a little bit darker than the last batch I received. And I expect that's in part to just like the natural, the natural coloring of the plant that it comes from. As you'll find with most natural skincare, color and scent and things like that can vary from batch to batch depending on, the ingredients at the time that they're made. So the Kigelia Corrective Serum, it's formulated with the skin purifying botanical Kigelia africana and enriched with vitamin C, niacinamide, and sodium hyaluronate. This concentrate addresses unsightly skin concerns and supports cell regeneration to restore skin's flawless vitality. So it is hydrating, it is also nourishing, and it is also clearing and healing. And my skin really enjoys it. It's a bit thicker than the Fit Glow serum. I'm going to compare stuff. That's how my mind works. It's the only way that I can tell you how something is. It is a bit thicker than the Fit Glow serum that I reviewed on Monday, and it's not exfoliating in the way that that one is. But this does have all kinds of amazing stuff in it. It's got peptides and sodium hyaluronate and the Kigelia. So it has a lot of really amazing ingredients in it. I found that it's really helpful for my skin. I found that it helps with inflammation. It helps with acne. It hydrates at the same time. This is also a really simple skincare line as well, because you only are using, a serum and a moisturizer, which I kind of like the minimal thing right now anyway. I'm liking a really powerful serum and then a really powerful moisturizer. And I just I don't want to do the 8 million steps that I sometimes can do with different routines. I really like the simple skincare routines that I'm, sort of experiencing right now. So then the Kigelia Corrective Moisturizer, let's talk about that before I spray and do that again. So this is a lightweight vitamin and antioxidant rich gel moisturizer. It's very unique. There's nothing, I haven't tried anything else like this. It's powered by the Kigelia africana, a gentle skin purifying botanical that addresses unsightly skin concerns and supports cellular regeneration. Natural peptides restore the appearance of youthful suppleness, while Kigelia africana works to naturally calm the look and feel of the skin. So again, this is a very unique product. I'm going to show you the texture here. Let's see, how's the best way to do this? So it's just like it's just a gel, slightly clear. Very interesting, but still is moisturizing, and I find that my skin really enjoys it. Just take it down the neck, get those chin blemishes that I sometimes get, which thankfully I don't have a ton of right now. And that concludes the LUXE Botanics Rainforest Discovery Kit that features the Kigelia line, which is great for people with inflamed, acne-prone, sensitive skin. I know I sort of like veered off and stopped talking about the mental health stuff, so we'll talk about that a little bit. I mean, what I'm talking about here is also going to coincide a lot with a video that I've already filmed that you're going to be seeing soon, which is kind of what I'm talking about, sort of the same thing. It's just like mental health and like healthy habits to sort of get you into the next year, you know, with the experience of last year, like behind us, how we are going to keep our mental health sort of like in check if we have to deal with another year of what we dealt with last year. And I mean, a lot of that I'm going to be talking about in my next video. So I kind of just want to focus on, I don't know, just like where my mental state is right now, I guess. And I'm in a pretty decent place mentally, I would say. There are certain things that sort of like set me off where I sort of get into like this really bad headspace again, but I'm trying to get myself out of it by like, you know, doing things like blocking the negativity around me. And if I see something that's really triggering, I just like block it entirely. You know, like if I'm on Instagram and I see somebody who it's very negative, I can't deal with that anymore. I can't deal with like the negativity of stuff. So you probably won't be seeing things from me anymore, like, you know, my response to the Dr. Dre video where it was like in defense of clean beauty or whatever like that. I can't look at that stuff anymore. People are going to have their own opinions on like everything. And I think just for my own mental health, I just cannot constantly be in a place where I'm like looking at that stuff and reading it and just like bringing all this extra negativity into my life that I just don't need. And I'm just blocking all that stuff from now on. Like I can't deal with it. And it's not just like me wanting to be a part of like, or being like in an echo chamber of clean beauty or whatever. I just can't deal with the constant negativity and the picking and the fighting and the needing to be politically correct all the time. And like, I just can't. This is a year where I'm taking care of myself and I'm not worrying about what other people think about me or think about, you know, what they're doing for themselves. Like everybody just do you this year. Do yourself. Do whatever is going to make you the most mentally healthy, because that is what is important. And worrying about what everybody else is thinking about or doing or whatever, it's just not healthy for anybody. So that's a big way that I'm sort of like taking on this year, is I'm just like, I'm blocking all of the negative stuff out. Just like I can't do it anymore. It's not good for me. I have enough negative stuff in my own life and like what I have to deal with on a regular basis that I'm like, I just can't deal with it in like the beauty world. I'm here to talk to you guys about beauty products and like my favorite skincare and my favorite makeup and reviewing new brands for you guys. And like, that's what I'm focusing on this year. I'm not focusing on, you know, hardly any of the other stuff. Like, and you know, people are going to take that probably in a way that I don't mean it either. Like, you're probably going to think that I don't know, like blocking out certain movements, which I'm not. I'm blocking out specific people and the negativity that they spread. That's all that I'm saying about that. But yeah, really, like my mental health was just like, it was in the toilet last year. Like, I'm going to just be really honest in a way that I don't really want to be honest with you guys. If I didn't have my kid, there were moments last year where I didn't want to be here anymore. And the struggle to keep myself going for him, it was really hard last year. And there were a lot of times where I laid down and I cried because I didn't want to be here anymore. I guess that's the the best way that I can say that. But I'm trying to, that's one of the reasons why I need to block everything else that's going on around me, is because I need to focus on myself and my kid and making sure that my kid is loved and taken care of, and that his mental health is, you know, like not totally affected by what's going on. Which it kind of is, and it kills me because he wants to play with kids. You know, like the neighbors we have across the street, they're moving, so he's going to soon have no friends that he plays with, and that really sucks. And that's something that I'm going to have to deal with in like a month or so when they move, and he's not going to understand why his friends that he's, you know, been able to make for the last 2 years are gone and we can't see them anymore, and it sucks. So before I make this any longer than it is, skincare is one way that that's how I sort of know how my mental health is doing, is how my skincare is kind of going. Because when I'm not doing well mentally, I tend to neglect my skin. I tend to not do, you know, my routines for like often days at a time. I won't shower, I won't wash my face, I'll barely brush my teeth. So a good indicator for me of like how I'm doing mentally is how my skincare is kind of going. As weird as that probably sounds, is like, am I getting up? Am I taking a shower? And am I doing my skincare routine? Am I doing it at night before I go to bed? You know, save for the few nights that I sometimes just pass out watching my phone. But for the most part, if I'm consistent, if I'm being consistent in my skincare, that's got a lot to do with how I'm doing mentally. And I'm really consistent with my skincare right now because I'm really working hard on my mental health and, you know, making sure that I'm a fit parent, basically. So that's sort of where I stand right now. I'm doing good right now. Is that to say that that's going to be the entire year? Probably not. I don't know what else is going to happen this year. I hope nothing. I hope we have a year where not every month something like awful is happening or just like ridiculous. I hope we have a year where, you know, stuff gets better and we're able to go back to a semi kind of normal. But I mean, again, like I've said in some videos, I'm a bit of a pessimist a little bit, but I'm trying to let those feelings, you know, move aside as well. So I'm not thinking negatively about what could happen this year. I'm trying to just be positive and like thinking about the good that could happen, and that will happen. You know what? It's going to happen. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you liked the look at the Luxe Botanics line. If you are interested, definitely check them out. They do sell, on top of the Discovery Kits, they do sell most of their products in the mini sizes, so you can buy them individually. So you could buy the Kigelia serum and the moisturizer on their own. You don't have to buy the whole Discovery Kit if you don't want to. I'll leave the link below for the page where you can pick up individual minis. The only thing that they don't sell is the cleanser and the two cleansers as minis on their own, but you can buy all of the serums and the mist. Or maybe it's just all the serums and moisturizers. It might be all the serums and moisturizers. I'll leave the link for that page below in case you want to check it out. Highly recommend if you're someone who's not sensitive to essential oils and you're looking for a simple skincare routine that's going to give you effective results for acne and healing and combination oily skin, sensitive skin. Definitely check that out. Check out their brightening, the Camu line or the Marula if you're looking for more brightening, normal skin, or you know, dry, dehydrated skin. But I really like the Luxe Botanics line. I really like their ingredients. I really like the initiatives that they've got going on, you know, for giving back. I really love that. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you had fun doing a little routine with me, talking a little bit about mental health. How are you guys doing? Let's talk about that in the comments. How is everybody doing this year versus last year? What are you doing? Or how do you keep yourself in check? How do you know how you are doing mentally? If that makes sense. But yeah, thank you guys for being here, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.